Welcome. In this video, we are going to discuss our roadmap called Junior Cybersecurity Analyst Roadmap in JSS. So once you log in as a premium or light member, you can click on roadmaps. If you have premium access, of course, you can then access all the labs associated in this roadmap. So today I'm going to talk about uh, what is the flow of this roadmap, what is the requirement, the prerequisite, and from JSS side, what do we think, and how do we think members should really take this roadmap? Whenever we create a roadmap, we make sure that it's related to the current job market. So if you go to Indeed.com and type cybersecurity analyst, we're looking at the entry level role wherever they say entry level, level one, student, internship, anything that has to do with you becoming a cybersecurity analyst from scratch. This could be somebody coming from a different career like IT support help desk and moving into cybersecurity, or totally just getting into cybersecurity. Whichever route you are going to take, we are going to target those type of roles. But of course, we being in IT for so many years, we know some of the ins, that the reality is not that simple. Like, cybersecurity cannot be taken as a normal IT job where people will just say this is an entry level job, and then anyone, even if you don't have experience in IT, can just get into cybersecurity. Now, let me point this out that in IT, everything is possible. You may come across people who have never taken any IT support roles or anything networking or systems administration type of training, and then landed a job directly in cybersecurity because either somebody helped them, their resume was good, they had a good preparation done, and somehow they got that job. But one thing is very clear, even in our platform, we have people who already have cybersecurity roles or more upper level roles. And if they have not done the foundational skills training, usually they'll come back and look for the platform like JSS or any other platform to just make sure that they can retain their job and just be more comfortable on the job. Because yes, you will get into the company and you will use their tools, products, and everything, and you will quickly start learning the skills from other people. But then in most cases, you are going to touch networking, DNS, DHCP, Active Directory, and basic back and forth in the domains, or basic, management in the Linux. And that's where people get to realize that, okay, I should have done that fundamentals. But if they got the job, they can just take these courses and skills. That's just normal process. But in JSS, our goal is to teach our members the correct way. Now, we always tell our members that if you are new to IT, you are going to start with IT support. At least work in this type of careers for 6 months, because you get to work with network engineers, you get to work with cybersecurity engineers, you name it. You are going to work with them, because if you're the IT support for most of these companies, they have some sort of networking and data centers, website, and products running in the system, and then there are engineers that are managing that sort of stuff. So you get to know different type of careers. So you're not being told that cybersecurity is the only career for you as a new IT professional. So you get to choose where do you really want to go, because you may totally dislike cybersecurity at the when you get to that point and you see something else and you really like cloud or network engineering. So you have a better way to pick and choose better career. So definitely we tell our members to move out of IT support at some point, and that's 6 months minimum. So in our JSS training, we tell our members to finish modern IT support training first. Whether you do your job in IT support or not, you need to finish that. And then basically take our course, which is called Network and Systems Administration Core Skills. And this basically is kind of targeting Network Plus 008, but in a lot more hands-on way. We cover DHCP, DNS, and different type of projects in this type of training. So it's going to be a lot of theory and a lot of labs. That's to make sure that your core is very, very strong, and then you get to choose whatever you want. So if you're specifically going for cybersecurity, then we will choose a junior cybersecurity roadmap, which is going to start with the fundamentals of networking. And if you have done this course, you really don't need to do that fundamentals of networking course, but you can still just review it in case there's something new. Then after that, we have a Linux course, which is basically targeting new certification 005. And that way you get to understand Linux operating system and just moving around, managing it and troubleshooting it before you get into the cybersecurity. Now, remember, when you get into the cybersecurity labs, you're going to immediately start working on managing domains, Active Directory, going in Active Directory, creating something, creating some DNS type of issues, and kind of attacking it and things like that. So how would you know all that stuff if you never went through some sort of networking type of or network administration type of training? Immediately you're going to get stressed because you never touch Active Directory, you never touch server, and immediately the labs are telling you, or anyone else in their training is telling you to just go to Active Directory, but let me just show you in 2 minutes what is Active Directory. Usually that's where this will start for a lot of people. So we're kind of avoiding that right now. So in our training, we are going to have part one course, which is going to be video access only. That's going to have a lot of videos, and we may add some sort of tickets later on. But the main goal of the video, the part one, is to make sure that people understand the theoretical part and understand what is cybersecurity, because there's so many different type of domains in there that you really need to know that. Because if we go back to the Indeed roles, it's not just about you breaking into a system and just finding out vulnerability. There's a lot other things going on, and you just have to know that knowledge. And knowledge is basically you just need to know how to talk to other, higher ups and incident management, and different type of companies will come to your company. If you're the cybersecurity for one company, you may be the client, you may be the vendor going to the client company. There's so many different things going on in cybersecurity that it's not just about you breaking into systems. So this is why the first course is all about video, all about knowledge. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't like to sit in front of the video and learn the things. They just want to jump into the labs. We understand that, but if you're not willing to open your mind to learn the proper things in cybersecurity, then doing the labs is not going to help you a lot. It's just that you're going to be happy at that moment, but the moment you shut down those labs, things are not going to make too much sense to you. So you have to do part one first and then do part two. Then you will like this approach because you have the knowledge, and now you have labs in front of you, and you're doing that practical work, and you're getting everything together. So from network administration to all the way to part two, you're going to be a complete package when you go out and apply to these jobs. So after that, of course, job readiness, exam preparation, projects inside, then these are the labs basically, resume building, LinkedIn, collaboration, communities. These are just external things that you have to do to make sure you get that job. And also not only getting the job, if you got the job and moving up in the career, this is going to be always the thing for you in IT. That's for any career. So now I'm going to show you practically in our platform how this is designed. So then you have a full, practical way to complete this flow. So log in with your recommended premium membership and click on roadmaps. So this is the IT support roadmap that I recommended that you should finish if you will want to get started first in IT, and you will click on start here and then finish the courses in this roadmap. Then the transitioning skills and the networking core skills is under transitioning skills roadmap. That's where you're going to learn about networking from theoretical to practical approach. A lot of videos, a lot of theory, a lot of explanation. What is DNS, DHCP, how network works, data centers, and stuff like that. And then, of course, there are some server related stuff too. So this is going to be that course where you are going to get really comfortable with how engineers work with these type of protocols at that level. So you have to kind of go through this to be really comfortable in your career. And then once you finish this, that's where then you can come down and then start the junior cybersecurity analyst roadmap. Go ahead and click on start. Now you see we have this course called Network Fundamentals for Cybersecurity, and if you have already taken our transitioning course, that's a lot more deeper course than this one, so you can skip this course. And if let's say you have not taken those type of courses, then of course we would highly recommend and make it a prerequisite for you that you should definitely take the fundamentals for cybersecurity. Why is that? Because in this you're going to still cover the networking, Active Directory, and things like that, but it's also covered in those courses that I mentioned early on. So this is very important for people who don't want to go to that route and just want to start with cybersecurity. You really need to finish this. Then we have a Linux course, which is basically a super important course before you start anything in cybersecurity. This course is going to help you throughout your career, even if you go above cybersecurity to something else like DevOps, maybe. Or maybe even in cybersecurity, working in the cloud, and normal cybersecurity, you still need to know Linux. And then, of course, you're going to get into something that's more targeted towards your career. That's going to be CompTIA Security Plus Part 1 course, and this, you can see there's no lab attached. So once you open it, there's going to be a lot of videos, a lot of talking, a lot of theory, a lot of explanation, domains, what is what, why do we do this, such and such things from cybersecurity perspective. And you really need to take that time to go through this. I know it's going to be a little boring, but you just got to push yourself. That's the reality. And then after that, once you are ready and go through that, of course, even before this, you would have done a lot of practical work. Here, you are going to learn a lot of theoretical work, and then you're going to get a lot more practical in cybersecurity, Security Plus side. And once you open this lab, you can see it's all labs right here, cryptography solution, and then threat vectors, identify vulnerabilities. There's exercises upon exercises. Now, the best thing that we have done in JSS is that we also create videos on top of these labs, so that makes it super easy for our members to complete these labs in an easy way. So let's say you clicked on this course right here. And then, of course, we're updating this while we are teaching. So if you come over here, you see that you can go to these labs right here. So let's go to this one and open service ports. So if I click on it, you can see there's introduction and video kind of go through all of the hands-on practice in this using Kali and other Linux options. If you click on the vulnerable application right here, then it goes to again, it goes to like a server, Windows files, and everything like that. And in some cases, it also goes to a server. So, for example, this where you are going to open DNS and Active Directory. And that is why I said in the beginning of our image that if you don't know those DNS, Active Directory kind of things, then it's hard for you to for people to consider you for these jobs, because most of these jobs are on corporate. You work with clients or you work in a companies, and they are being managed by these type of core services: DHCP, DNS, Active Directory, networking type of stuff. And that's why these labs are so real, that it's just going to jump into those type of systems. And that's why it's important for you to understand that you have to go through all that to not be very stressed when you come over here and then say, what is all this stuff right here? So that's why it's important. Now, that's how practical it is. And in JSS, you can actually watch the video of the lab and launch directly from here. So you can click on this lab and it will launch the lab right from here. So it really saves you a lot of time by going and finding out the lab. So we're doing this for almost every other lab that we are releasing. So if the lab is not available in a video format here, you can simply go back to your labs and you can just do it directly from there. You don't have to wait for the videos. And whenever the video is available, you can come back and review it. We think our self-paced membership program for cybersecurity is extremely powerful, but sometimes we have members that look for coaching services. And in that case, we also have cybersecurity coaching services available in JSS. If you click on coaching services, you can come over here, click on cybersecurity coaching program. Now, we also use the same material, same labs in coaching services, but with this, we give additional material and a trainer in Discord. So the trainers are working cybersecurity professionals who can then guide you for roles, for quick Q&As, for, let's say, test preparation or something like that, or any questions that you have for cybersecurity. Then you will come and consider the coaching service. So coaching services is for members who feel like I need some help, or I need guidance, or I need to be involved with someone. We don't do live sessions. You're still going to use everything self-paced, but with more material like test out licenses. That's additional stuff. So maybe it can prepare you even better for CompTIA Security Plus certification. And of course, using your premium membership. And then, of course, the big thing is that you have a working cybersecurity professionals available in Discord. So here you will come apply for the program. So this is separate pricing from membership. So make sure that this is not included in our premium membership. This is a separate pricing. So you can see that on the page. So you'll have to submit your form here. Once you get approved, then you can consider the payment, and then you will be joined in the coaching program. So it's up to you, whichever side you decide, whichever feature you decide. I think both are very powerful. Thank you so much. If you have any question, let us